school, people I've met, just the people I compare myself to around me, I've started to realize that it's just slowly draining me both physically and mentally. And the reason I compare myself so much to people is because I worry about my future and I worry about just the future in general because there's so much negativity in the world. And so when all this negativity is kind of pushed onto you, it just feels like there's no hope sometimes or stuff like that. And I've tried my best to stay positive and I still want to. But I just worry about my sanity because I try so hard to be at the top. I go to a school that I believe I'm overqualified from. I had a way higher GPA than the average people who go to my school. I go to a commuter school. I go to a school that is pretty, it's big, but it's like pretty small in terms of like the educational value and stuff like that. Definitely not the best in my state, but regardless of all that, I'm glad I'm here. I've met some great people here, but I feel like I need to, because I'm in this situation, because I'm in a school where, I'm not going to be able to get the highest paying job, or I'm not going to be able to get the best job just from like the school itself. I need to be able to be doing something in the school, like extracurriculars, stuff on the side, really disciplining myself. And my first year of college, it gave me so many new experiences that I'm really grateful for. But like when you look back on things and you get like nostalgia, you're like, wow, it went by so fast. Like a year to me doesn't even feel like a year anymore. It feels more like 4 months. Like it's already like almost September of 2026. And only a year ago, I remember just entering school. I had a buzz cut. I looked way different. I didn't grow facial hair, but just it didn't feel that long ago. And it just scares me because life is so short and I'm only in college for 4 years and this is my second year. And this year will probably go by just as fast and I'll probably feel the same way about how fast it went this year. And it goes faster the more experiences you make. And because I made so many experiences, I actually enjoyed my time here and I wasn't just sulking around and doing nothing. And the main thing is I just don't want to miss out, but not like on like parties and other stuff like that. But just like the opportunities for me to show my value, because I know that I can achieve more than most people in my position right now that are at this school, but I just have to prove it. And I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I'm just saying like, I believe that I'm overqualified. I believe that I can do better with these circumstances. And I go to classes in the morning. Then I go for a run or go to the gym, depending on what day it is. And then I eat lunch and I do work and then I attend any event obligations I have for my organizations. But it always just feels like I can be doing more because while I do think I'm doing more than 8 out of the 10 people in my situation, there's still that one person that out of 10 people that I feel like is doing better than me and I feel like will be more successful than me. And the main thing for me is like, it's getting pretty hot in the car, so that's why I keep opening the door. But the main thing for me is I compare myself to people who are in my same situation, not to people that are not in my situation. So it's like, I'm not going to compare myself to like a famous, like, athlete or something like that, or somebody that goes to like a better college than me. But I'm going to, like, it's really hard for me not to compare myself to people who are in the same situation as me. So people who go to my college, who are in the same, major as me, who are, taking the same classes, doing the same things. I'm going to compare myself to them, unfortunately. And I try not to, but it's just like, if they're doing better than me, then I want to strive to do better myself. But there's like levels to it, is one thing that I've begun to realize. And we're all on different paths, and we're all gonna have different kind of capabilities on how fast we can progress and how fast we can continue to just have these new experiences and just build up ourselves and market ourselves to these professionals one day. But it's really just the comparison that's my biggest enemy right now, because like I feel like I'm more disciplined and more determined to be successful, but I just hate the fact that I don't get the same experiences, or whenever I don't get the same experiences as other people in my situation. And I know I should feel proud of what I do during the day to day, but, and I feel like a lot of people would if they were me, but it just seems like the bare minimum when you compare yourself to certain other people. But we are all on different paths. Just make sure you are improving yourself, working towards something every day, and enjoy the free time while you have it, because that's another thing. My free time is kind of limited, but when I do have it, I feel like I should always be doing something productive, because my days have become this productivity fest of just having a productive day. And like whenever there's some free time, I'm just like, well, what can I be doing? When in reality, I need to just enjoy the moment, live in the present. You just got to have that mentality that you're going to think everything's going to be okay for yourself. And you can only have that mentality if you are truly trying to improve something about yourself and really trying to improve your life. And yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts right now. It's just kind of where I'm at. This is more like a personal video, but I appreciate you guys for watching all the way through if you got to this point.